All right, we're back. We're finally talking about one of the movies that's. It's probably not the oldest movie we've done. It's probably one of my
No, it's not
favorites.
anywhere. It's not near the oldest movie.
No, because I want to
But
say Doctor No
but I
is.
guess this is the introduction to geekdom. Geekdom for a lot of people our age.
Yes, definitely. I highly agree. And this marks the This is the movie that marks like, hey, one of these mistakes that studios have made back in the day when they don't believe in a product, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yes.
so.
This is definitely so.
Well,
This is the
I'm not
only
gonna say they
one.
didn't believe it. It's just never seen anything like this.
Right. So
I mean,
they
there was sci-fi stuff, but nobody really wanted to do sci-fi stuff.
and no one really want to do merchandising at the time.
Well, nobody did merchandising really at the
No, or
time.
even character rights. That is
Yeah, nobody
crazy.
really did any of this. This is. I mean, we talk about George Lucas a lot when we bash his directing, but the dude was a genius.
Yes, just not in directing. In story
Well,
writing,
he's got his
character
he's
creation.
got a movie. I mean, he's got a movie or two,
Well,
but
he's got. Well, yeah. Well, oh, I guess you
I
want
mean,
to
we
mention
really can't.
American Graffiti.
Yeah, I mentioned American Graffiti. That's all I saw.
And what's
But
another one?
yeah,
Oh, this
Star
one.
Wars.
This one's directed
Yes,
by George
yeah,
Lucas, right?
it's okay.
He just didn't direct a lot of movies,
Yeah,
but this is definitely the first one. Like
I don't know.
now I'm
I mean,
watching
we
it.
could.
Go ahead.
I mean, we make a lot of fun of it. I mean, I think a lot of George Lucas just gets attacked because he made the first three. Well, he made the sequels, which are the first three movies,
Right.
and a lot of people just didn't, just, just couldn't handle it. I could. No, honestly, people are also all upset about it. I'm like, okay, but the younger generation liked it.
But by younger, do you mean like us back in that time?
No, the generation after us. I'm talking about
Oh.
the actually one, two, and three
Oh,
movies.
actual one, two, and
Episodes
three,
one,
not
two,
four,
three.
five, and six. Okay.
Yeah, remember how after that came out, everybody, oh, it's so awful. And I will say, I didn't think they're bad. I just think the acting wasn't as good because a lot of actors, you're thinking your acting's normally really good in your
See,
movies.
I
It's
feel the
not
same way.
very good in this movie.
You know what I done? Well, let's not talk about one, two, and three. Let's just solely
Okay,
stick
let's
on
jump to this. Well,
this
we're
one.
gonna just talk about number one, which eventually became number four,
Yeah,
even though
so
it started
this is
off as number
Star Wars.
one.
So that's the other thing I want to talk about. Like, so with so many editing and enhanced edition, right? So what can we say about like, hey, which version of Star Wars did you watch? Like,
What do
it's
you
so hard
mean?
to pinpoint. Like, this one I watch is definitely have been we enhanced the sound, the video image, everything.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the one I watched. I mean, I watched for
The
this.
the
Okay,
original, right?
the recent one I just watched
Mm-hmm.
for the talk about today. I went ahead and watched the one on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah, I
actually had
didn't
the
go
digital, so
back.
you watched the
I
Disney
didn't
Plus
go back and watch any other stuff because I have the original cut still on. I
on
think I got the
VHS.
yes, I got the VHS. I got that, and then of course I have the gold. What is it? You have the silver, the gold. Well, yeah. Well, one of them is you got even older ones. I have
Yeah,
the silver and the
these
gold.
are actual uncut. But you know what's the thing about these? I don't know where the DVDs are. I thought I lent them to my sister, but she said she can't find it. So I did at one time have the original cut without any enhancement on DVD format.
But we
And
also got to say
these,
what's when you say original cut. What was the original cut? Because you got to remember when we're watching it.
oh, this is the one that doesn't say episode 4. There's no scrolling text.
Okay, well, there's a scene though where Jabba Hutt was actually played by a man.
Oh yeah.
Is that it? Was that in that or not?
So when Jabba the Hutt was played by a man, right? Was it in the original theatrical release in
I don't know.
'77?
I don't think it was.
Because I don't think it was
I think
either.
it was cut out, and then
It
we
was,
got to see it later.
yeah, it
And
was
then
cut
they
out.
like, yeah, we're gonna take it back out.
So this one doesn't have any
And they
of the
had to get rid
enhancement.
of it because when Jabba the Hutt shows up and plus I noticed in this cut you also see Boba Fett,
Yes, you
but
see
Boba Fett
Boba
wasn't
Fett
ever.
because Boba Fett was in that scene.
No, Boba Fett was never in that scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's why
Because
Boba Fett was in this. No,
because
Boba Fett was
wasn't.
in that scene, the one that we watch. I mean,
Yeah,
it
he
was
was in that
never
scene that we
original.
watched that
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah, but he wasn't created until later on.
Yes.
You
Not
know, he was
until the
created.
next one.
Yeah, he was created in the next one by Joe, and Joe Johnson was one of the people worked on it. Which we talk about Joe Johnson because we did two of his
Yes.
movies already.
Yes. I
What is it? Captain America and the Rocketeer.
Yes, that's right. Captain America and Rocketeer Joe Johnson. Yes.
Joe Johnson. It almost seems like we did one more of his movies, but I don't think so.
Well, those two are the one that I remember definitely.
Yeah, and we talked about those, and those are great movies, by the way.
Yes. Oh yeah, I love Captain America. You know what? Now that we watched this, right? I was able to watch this 2 times this week because this movie is
really?
still very great to me. Because back
it's
then,
still a good movie, and I think a lot of people. Oh, I hate that. I'm good with it. I can't really remember it. I mean, it's still as good as when I saw it as a kid.
Yes, it is.
I mean, because there is some stuff. Actually, now that I watched this one on Disney Plus, there's a few scenes in there. I'm thinking, y'all need to come back and edit that too.
Oh, interesting. What is it?
Yeah, they need to clean it up. I mean, it was especially when they, what's the blockade runner, when it gets pulled up under that main spaceship, the main cruiser. You can kind of see an outline around it, and it kind of looks like it's imposed on top of it instead of going up in it. They could fix that for me. There's a spot where the Millennium Falcon takes off of Mos
Eisley, yeah.
Mos Eisley. I almost said S-bar. Yeah. It kind of they need to clean that up just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There's a few other things, just little bitty.
Because since this one looks so fresh and clean, you want everything cleaned up, you know?
Yes, I want it all.
The undercarriage and everything, yes.
I want this thing just cleaned.
Oh, you know, I did, you know, when I was talking about these versions,
and I do want him to work on
the
boat. I want him to work on Jabba the Hutt a little bit.
Well, Jabba the Hutt was never actually in the original first Star Wars.
They need to take that scene and clean it up a little more. I want him to look more realistic.
Yeah, it's not as realistic as it would today, but you're right. When Han walks over his tail, you could tell it's kind of like, it's not the best special effects.
It's not. Because, I mean, and that's the thing. I guess we can't knock it too much. They still haven't got there yet because we've watched... We've been lucky enough to watch Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett.
Yes,
where we see other Hutts. Yeah, we get to see other Hutts, and they still are like, the computer Hutts are not anywhere good.
Well, you know what? Maybe your expectation is beyond the. Maybe that's what they're supposed to look like.
That's what Lucas wants. Lucas wants people to want more. You want more, and I want more.
More of the Hutts.
I want more. No, I want more realism.
Oh.
I want them to look more realistic because the Hutt looked really good. Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi.
Yes,
there's really a Jabba the Hutt there.
Guess really, everything. Yeah, everything was like a costume.
Every time I get to see the Hutts now, I'm like,
because it's computer generated, it didn't do it for you.
I can't believe something from the '80s is still whooping you, man.
So would you like Yoda as a puppet or Yoda as fully computer generated now?
Whatever looks the best.
Whatever looks the best. Oh, okay.
So far, I'm going with puppet.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. The Yoda in the movies is good.
Yes.
And then I know,
and we're not even there yet.
but we can also go with Goguru, which is a
Goguru. That's right. Oh, yeah, that looks much better.
Puppet too, and he looks good.
That's right.
I'm like, I don't know that I want to see computer effects. If I seen what a Jabba the Hutt looks.
You know, we talk about these Muppets or puppets, right? But you know, back in the time, even C-3PO and R2-D2, them as androids or robots, they look fantastic at this time.
Yeah, well, and they have people inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a really skinny dude like Anthony Daniels inside C-3PO.
Yeah, and computer effects are good, and that's the way of the future. But still, I mean, even this one, all the spacecraft are computer. You can still kind of tell.
Yes.
I mean, I know that they could actually go back and fix it now, and it'd look even better because I think it almost Rogue One was all computer ships.
Oh yeah, all computer.
And those ships, everything in there looks way better than this movie.
I mean, there's no like miniature-wise figure for them to shoot like those close-up shots. No,
but
not
we gotta
like.
Point out this movie was filmed 1976, 75.
Yeah, probably mid-70s. It released 77. Who knew how long like they need to do post-production just for it to come out? Because it's a very
because everything was
production.
Models. Yes. Yeah, everything was matte paintings, models. But see, no ways. Because people thought, well, this is all I got is models to work with, so I'm not going to do a good job on most movies.
And this one, yeah, go ahead. This one.
They upped the level on models.
Okay,
and then everybody wanted to do this. Because, I mean, you got to think that this brought back Star Trek. After this movie come out, they're like, we got to do Star Trek again. And then they also bought Battlestar Galactica.
That's right. I never seen Battlestar Galactica, but...
Well, this launched a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just because of Star Wars,
Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Oh, Buck Rogers.
Which it's corny, but I love
it. The thing that I want to talk to you about, there's a couple of things. First of all, the Western part, but I want to go over this computer-generated stuff first. So this is the only movie that I know of, right? I mean, the Star Wars franchise, 4, 5, and 6, that they actually instead of releasing the original one, right? They just keep redigitizing and kind of remaking this and enhance it digitally. Well, that I'm not aware that's another movie that's kind of fall in this category. Like the first RoboCop, they didn't go back like, well, we wanted more,
no.
whatever. Like,
I mean, if there is one, it's a low budget.
Oh, it's a low budget, and you know what? I feel like it's because it's controlled by Lucas. That's why.
Probably so, because he wants to give you. He's about the legacy of Star Wars, which everybody else is like, oh, we'll make a remake. This is it. They don't want because they don't want to take their profits and go back and fix it. They're like, it already made a lot of money. Why do we need to go fix it? George Lucas is going, I don't care about the profits.
He cared about what he wanted to see.
Because he's losing money. Yeah, well, he's actually not losing money. But other people would say, hey, you're going to go back and do RoboCop? So you're going to take, let's say we made $1 million. You're going to take like $1 million and go redo it again? You may not make that $1 million back because everybody's already seen it.
Oh.
But with Star Wars, Lucas go, yeah, I made millions of dollars, and I'm going to take millions of dollars and redo it again, and I'm going to make $1 million on it again, because this movie, as long as he keeps it updated, and you want to keep it updated, think about it, because if you have the new episodes, the 3 new episodes, and then you have these old episodes, and then you have 3 even newer episodes, don't you want it to all look right, though?
Yeah, to tie in together.
I mean, we're talking about, we sat down, we started with episode 4, because it's actually the first one for us. Well, it's actually the first one on the planet, but now, if you're just being born, this is not the first one. This is the 4th one.
This is the 4th one. It just told out of time.
You want to be up, because let's say if you're to take your kids and watch it, you're not going to watch here. You're going to watch the beginning.
I don't know.
Well, you should.
Should I?
I would watch. Yes, I would.
So when the first time I watched it this week, right, my youngest Ryan was watching this with me.
Yeah.
So he never seen 1, 2, and 3. You know what? One of the funniest things though in this movie, like everybody make fun of Stormtrooper not having great aim, right? He pointed that out, like right in the beginning of the movie, right? Like, oh, those are Stormtroopers; they don't have great aim. But then, and the scene.
Well, we're going to take this back because they do have great aim. If you watch this movie,
yes, because the part with Obi-Wan, right? Yeah, the part with Obi-Wan, like, oh, you see these precise hits on the tracks here; those are done by Imperial troopers.
It out. Plus, when they get on the ship, the beginning when they storm the ship, they're actually pretty much killing a lot of people with their shots.
Yes. Yeah, that's a really weird one into that Stormtroopers can aim, but like.
Yeah, I think it's just because to make it better though, they're just shooting, because you know that scene in the Death Star where Luke and Leia are up on trying to get across that bridge. It's not there, and you got that Stormtroopers just shooting. But it's just. They shoot a lot. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of Stormtroopers just shooting away, and they usually don't hit the heroes, and that's probably the joke. But I'm like,
oh yeah, I think so too.
They hit everybody else. They hit everybody else.
Just can't hit the main cast, okay?
Yeah, I mean, so get over it, people.
So the other thing I want to talk to you about, like, this is known as like a Western in space. Am I correct?
I think it eventually got the name. I don't know how it got the name.
Oh, I was going to ask you how it got the name.
He envisioned it as Western, but the problem is a Western in space is like, it's actually Star Trek. When Roddenberry was trying to sell the deal, he sold it as a wagon train to the stars. That's where it actually came from.
Oh, but not Star Wars, okay.
And of course, was it Lost in Space came out first, and they took the idea and they even made a patch with a wagon train going through space.
Oh, so they wanted to play on that. So they
kind of sold it, but then George Lucas did. He did see some of the thing, because the part of the Western theme is only Han Solo.
Yeah, it's very Han Solo.
Yes, it's all Han Solo, because he's supposed to be a quick draw. And we see it more if you watch the movie Solo.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're going to reference a lot of Star Wars movies.
He even kind of dressed like a cowboy in a way, right?
Yes,
like that vest.
He was basically got a vest. He had like this. His gun was set up like a gunfighter's gun.
Yes.
He had it low. Greedo was a gunfighter in a way. They go in a bar or a cantina, as what they called it.
Yeah, cantina.
Which you'd go in a cantina and like across the border and fight in a gunfight. That's basically what he is. I mean, the rest of it's more of a fantasy thing, because you got Luke, a knight. Obi-Wan, a knight, then you have a princess.
Yes. Oh.
So it's actually, like Star Trek is sci-fi. I would always go, they're both sci-fi. But,
so how come this movie became the trademark of nerds? Like, just all these characters you name. It's kind of like we've talking about like a fantasy game, right? You got your warrior, you got your healer, you got your wizard. This
Yeah,
is
well,
exactly these are the
this is sci-fi
positions.
fantasy, but I mean, this is the thing. This movie's more based on legends all throughout human
Legends
stories. I mean,
Hammers.
you got like legends from the Old West. You got legends from the medieval times. You got magical element. The Force is magical, even
Oh
though they try to
yes.
explain it as science
Well,
later
they
on,
keep
but it's more
saying
of a
this is a
magical.
religion.
Yeah,
The
it's a
the
religious deal. They're like religious people and stuff. It's got everything. I
you
mean,
know,
so it's not a science fiction thing. It's not really
I mean,
science. It's not science. It's set in space, but it's a fantasy
it's
set
just
in
a
space.
fantasy, right? It's not really
So
science
you don't
fiction,
have
you
to
know.
understand anything to watch this. All you do is sit there and enjoy it.
No, you don't. That's so
Like
great.
Star Trek, it helps if you understand some stuff.
Yeah, Star Trek.
You
I
know,
agree. Yep. Like
you
talk about the
probably need to
time
know a
travel
little bit
stuff.
of. You need to know a little bit about and that's the thing. I hope I never see time travel in a Star Wars movie. That would
So
just be horrible.
right. So on Star Wars, right? Like you're right. We don't have to know any of the I guess scientific deals, right? All we
Yeah,
have
they
to
should
know
talk
is
about that.
like they never talk about how ships work, how the Death Star work.
I mean,
None of that.
slowly it is because you got a whole bunch of Star Trek nerds like myself get in there and go, huh, we want to ask a lot of questions. And like, how does that lightsaber work?
Didn't you just tell in one of the episodes like, "Hey, don't worry about the logistics of this.
I know
Just
we
enjoy
should.
the
That's the
stupid
thing.
movie."
You should. That's the thing. That's what it's about. Because that's the problem is the majority why Star Wars is so popular. Star Trek appeals to a small portion of people because they're nerds. They're going to question everything.
Yeah,
Star
I
Wars
question
appeals
everything
to
too.
Star Wars appeals to a larger group of people.
Star Wars, right? Because you could like
Because
this movie,
well, that's
right?
the thing. Let's put it this way. I know a lot of people when I was growing up, they hated Star Trek. They hated almost anything in science fiction. They were like, I'd rather watch football, do all this crap, but they could tell you about Star Wars.
They can because they probably had gone seen it.
Yeah, they got seen it because they care. I mean, I had a cousin. She hated Star Trek. Oh, she hates all that nerd crap. But yeah, she loves Star Wars, and she even named one of her dogs after Princess Leia. So I was like,
Wow.
closet
You know,
nerd.
we say Princess Leia, right? But it didn't Locken say Leia. He
He
said
did.
Leia instead of Leia.
What? I was like, who is this British jerk?
May he rest in peace.
I mean,
So I was gonna say
everybody kept saying Leia, and then he's the only one on the show that said Leah, and I was like,
so with all
okay,
the stuff that we talked about, right? Like this is why is this the movie like the icon of nerd movies?
well, is it really the icon?
I don't know, but then
I guess it depends. I mean, you're the only one that's for claiming the icon. I mean, I would take Star Trek over Star Wars.
no,
Any
but like
day.
it's gonna be one of these. Right? A lot of people don't differentiate like Star Wars, Star Trek, like you and I would, right?
Yeah.
But when you say Star Wars, right, like people
But Star Wars,
associate
everybody
themselves
knows
like,
what Star Wars.
oh, I'm a
Everybody on
nerd.
the
I love
planet.
Star Wars. Like, why is
That's the
that?
thing. You can see Star Wars anywhere in the world, though.
You can see Star Wars anywhere in the world.
Dude, you saw Star Wars. You didn't see it in America.
I didn't see it in America, so I watched Star
Exactly.
Wars.
Almost nobody.
Yeah,
except unless you lived here.
yeah, you're
I
right.
mean,
You know
it was
what?
everywhere. You could see it everywhere. That same Star Trek, you couldn't see it anywhere.
No, you can't see it
It
anywhere.
has small following. That's the thing, and a lot of this other stuff did too. They didn't.
Do you
show it
think it's because
overseas.
Star Trek is not like a mainstream like media as a movie that could
No, I think
reach
it
out
has more. I think it has more with George Lucas' marketing skills.
just market? Oh, it's definitely marketing.
Because he made Star Wars. He saw it. He had faith that it was going to be big.
But if
But he
you think
also knew
about it,
this.
a lot of American shows I never seen in Hong Kong either.
Exactly, because
It's just movies.
he didn't try to market it he tried to market it to other countries. The way he saw it, he's like, I'm not going to just show it in America. I'm going to show
Oh
it
no
everywhere.
What I'm saying is movies are easier to watch internationally than like a domestic TV show, especially
Oh,
back
yeah,
then.
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, because like besides like that's like Stallone and Schwarzenegger, I only know them because of movies, right? But the only reason I know about like mid '80s shows like A-Team is because it's not until I moved to the U.S.
Yeah.
and they play like the syndication in the
So
weekends.
basically,
and
you
stuff.
didn't know who you didn't know who Knight Rider was. So
Until I came here.
yeah, no,
Yep.
China.
Hey, I didn't live in China. I live in a British
Oh,
colony.
the Hong Kong. I'm sorry. Well, sorry you didn't have talking cars. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
But I love it. I love that idea of talking car. I
I know,
still
I
love it
did too.
today.
But the thing is, the thing is, I'm just bragging that I got the idea of the talking car long before you did.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely.
Right.
You know
Blue
what?
Thunder,
Talk about talking
Airwolf.
cars. It would be awesome if you have like a working R2D2 around. Like it doesn't even speak English. It just play these binary noises like, and then like people would just understand it.
Like,
I mean,
loser.
Kit actually speaks English, right? Like R2D2 and a whole bunch of droids, they don't have a language. They just make these noises.
Yeah.
It would be so
And only
awesome just to have something working like that today.
you
Opposed
can.
to
But you have to build it. It costs a lot of money. Get your checkbook out.
that it can function itself. Like it
I'm
go
sure
on a
it could.
mission.
Oh, I'm sure it could. You got enough money, anything can happen.
So since we did Road One before we did this, right? I appreciate Road One a lot, and now I appreciate the beginning scene of this movie a lot better. Right?
Did we do Rogue One?
Yeah, we did Road One before this. That was the first Star Wars movies we did on our channel.
Wow.
Yes.
That's horrible because I can't remember it at
Oh, you
all.
can't remember it? Well, it doesn't
No.
matter because I'm not going
I don't
to
remember.
talk about
I
that.
don't remember about talking about Rogue One at all. You sure we did Rogue One?
Yes, we did. I think we did it on the week of May 4th.
Oh, okay. Man,
Yes.
that's awful. That is awful.
Hey, man, memory's the first to go, so, you know.
What goes next?
I don't know. Probably
Okay, well-
sight. But
Well,
the reason
that
I want is
happened
like,
already.
you know, every time we watch Star Wars, or even before Road One, I love that like Darth Vader comes in the spaceship all pissed off. I'm like, oh, now you understand why.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you understand.
right
the thing.
off
That's
the
why I'm
bat.
saying- That's why I'm saying you could take your kids and you could watch the beginning and go all the way
Yes.
through it.
Yes,
It would
it's
be
so
even,
great.
I think it would be richer. Because I can't see this. I mean, I could just Rogue One, because I do remember watching Rogue One recently. I just
Mhm.
don't remember talking about it. The
Okay.
thing is, it just made this so much better. If I were to
It
start with
made this
now-
so much better.
yeah, because it explains everything. Because now when they talk, you're like, yeah, I know this, I know this, I know
Yep.
everything they're talking about now. And the thing is, I think a lot of people go like, well, the mystery of finding out who's Luke Skywalker's father would be a bigger deal. But I'm like, no, not really. I actually like already knowing that his father's Darth Vader.
What, at this movie?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to lose some of the surprise out because it says that. Remember, he tells Luke Skywalker, like, you know my father. Oh, yeah, I know your father. And he died and all this stuff. And you know but now we're watching.
Oh,
like,
that's right. Yeah, yeah. I
'Cause
see what
remember
you
when
mean.
it came out, the big reveal was in the next movie, Luke, I'm your father. But we're like, we already know this, man.
Oh, you said the line wrong. I hate you now.
Well, I hate you too, but it's all right.
You said the line wrong.
I know, and nerd, just get up off of it. You knew what I was talking about, right?
I do, yes.
Okay.
And you know what? Like, you finished the Obi-Wan series, right? The Obi-Wan
Yes, I sure
series
did.
also made this movie a lot better too,
In a way,
in a way. But like, because there's certain lines
there are certain lines that
that
don't
make
work
this
in
better.
the Obi-Wan. Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
certain lines in this one that also make you go, what? Because it can't be true in this movie because he says something. I'm like, who didn't watch this movie before they started making Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
They missed some stuff. They should have took a little more notes.
Yeah.
Because, Luke's like, oh, I never knew this guy, or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah,
Well, you know
did.
what?
You saw-
he
you
was
saw it
10.
in
He
the
was
movie
10. He
you
would
knew.
have remembered. Yeah.
He should have remembered him.
But you know what? It's
I
yeah,
don't
you're
remember all
right.
that crap when I was 10.
So I
mean,
told
may
you that
not
someone.
remember,
Well,
I may not remember what movies I talked about, but I remember what went on with 10.
I told you, like, well, since we talk about, like, Obi-Wan, not into depth in Obi-Wan, right? But we talk about 1, 2, and 3. You know, Topher Grace took 1, 2, and 3, and he re-edited the trilogy of 1, 2, and 3, and he made it into a 2.5-hour movie.
Who did this?
Topher Grace. Topher Grace edited, like, 1, 2, and 3 into 2.5-hour
I'm
movie.
not watching that crap.
But then, a lot of people, like, were wondering, like, it made 1, 2, and 3, basically he cut out all the parts that you don't really need into, like,
Yeah, I
one
need everything.
gigantic movie.
If it was Topher Grace involved,
So-
I need everything. I don't want to watch this crap.
So on someone did the same thing to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh,
They
I saw
took
that. You showed
6
it.
episodes. Yeah, I was just talking about
Well,
it. But
I didn't
not
watch
online.
that. I
watched it. They did cut a lot of stuff that you didn't really need. So that was really good. It focused mostly on Obi-Wan and Princess Leia. So that was really good. And I'm thinking, like, can you do that to 4, 5, and 6 though? No, I want to see every bit of detail in 4, 5, and 6.
Actually, I want them to add more detail. I want them to redo the Jedi fight scene.
Oh,
on.
did you see that YouTube clip
Yes,
I showed
I did.
you?
I saw it. And
Did you like it?
It was okay. It was okay. It was okay.
It's okay.
But it just shows you that they could do something better.
Yes, like whoever did that, like he even digitized, like the British actor who played Obi-Wan
they
Kenobi.
did
was
all right.
really
I mean,
well.
I'm gonna say I'm not knocking it. The guy did a good job. But I'm
Yes.
thinking if Disney got it, maybe get this guy the help. they can with more stuff they can do it even better.
Oh, so you're saying that you're all for
Because I
like
don't
if
need
they
it. I don't
added
need it.
this
I
and
don't
this.
need it as long as it was too. That fight scene was too long.
Mm.
But I just need to look more like okay, because we know how
In the
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan, yep.
Kenobi fights now.
Yes.
Then we're watching him in this, and it's like, dude,
Yeah, it's like they didn't really
you look like
practice.
you're afraid of the lightsaber. He
The
does.
fight
It's
scene
kind
just wasn't there. I
of
highly agree.
plus they need to re-edit the lightsabers themselves too.
Oh yeah, because
They're too
Obi-Wan
thin.
wasn't using a
They're way
really
too
blue
thin.
one, right? Yeah, they're very thin.
I don't care about the color. Yeah, well, I guess it was a color, but it was how thin they are and the way they look. They just don't look like lightsabers, even in the next couple movies.
You know what I noticed in Star Wars, and then like it's people's imagination, right? Enhance this whole experience.
When I was a kid, this movie was something else. But
I mean, like
as
they
time
already
went
have it
on-
visually, but whatever we imagine, right, even made this movie even
But the
greater.
sad thing is, I did find this movie a little slow.
Oh, did
I
you?
would, I look at the pace bar every now and then and go, how much more do I got to go?
Really? Well, to me,
took them
it didn't seem
forever to get
slow
off
still.
Tatooine. Yeah, it took forever for them to get off Tatooine.
Wow.
I mean, the movie's good, but the neat thing about the movie though is if you're just gonna watch one Star Wars, this is one you'd watch.
Really?
pretty
Not
much
Empire
mean-
Strikes Back?
Well, then you got to watch this one if you watch Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay, I see. I
this
see what
one
you
you
mean.
can just watch it in the end because it pretty much ended like it was going to be at the end of the movies.
Yes, it didn't open a
But
door
I,
for
but I
sequel.
did think it was kind of unfair though. At the end of this movie, the princess gives Han a Solo and Luke Skywalker medals. They didn't give nobody else medals.
Oh yeah.
Chewbacca didn't get a medal. I mean, he helped fly. He helped do everything.
Did he really?
C-3PO. What are you saying? What are you saying about
No, I'm
that?
just saying, like, like when you say he helped, right? Like, I remember the part where he was running like a scared little thing, and like, "Hey, come on, you big furball!" Then Han Solo shot into that hangar. Dude, that's very cowboy. Like, but you, hey, they're gonna hear us.
I guess you're right. I mean, Chewbacca really didn't do
You
that
know,
much.
I did. Now that I'm older,
And
right?
nobody
I
likes
love
a
the
Wookiee
Han
anymore.
Solo. I love the Han Solo thing. The whole thing is like, yeah, we just have a slight weapons malfunction. We're all fine here. Thank you. How are you? I just love watching that scene where he's like, they did it in episode 7. Like, what the hell are you gonna do? Like, I'm gonna talk my way out of this. What I always do. And that part is so great.
Yeah.
And of course, my the helmet part.
Yeah.
Oh, the helmet. I love this thing. Hey, did you see the when we released 4, 5, and 6 pack into the movie theaters? Did you go see those?
No.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I was like, of course I did.
No, I didn't.
Come on, because I never seen the first one in theaters.
You know, I didn't either.
Yeah,
I was too young.
I seen
was born.
5 and 6 in
I
theaters.
was I was born there
in
was no
Hong
way.
Kong.
I don't think the only one I can remember seeing in the theater is Return of the Jedi.
Oh, Return of the Jedi. Okay, so the first one is
If
Return
I
of the
saw
Jedi.
Empire Strikes Back in the theater, I was still probably too young.
Oh,
I mean,
I remember.
And that's my favorite, but I remember seeing it on TV. But boy, that was like the greatest thing ever.
I know.
And I almost kind of think I saw it in the theater, but I don't know that.
I know I seen
But I
it in
do-
the theater.
but I
because that's
do
the only
remember-
way I could have.
But I do remember seeing Return of the Jedi in the theater.
I remember
sure.
buying the Darth Vader toy, or I remember having it in Hong Kong.
Oh, I had a lot of the toys, especially Luke Skywalker. I had like tons. I went through a lot of Luke Skywalker because for some reason my dogs love to chew up Luke Skywalker.
Just Luke Skywalker.
But you know, here's the sad thing. The theory I made for that because he didn't chew up Han Solo, he didn't chew up R2D2, he didn't chew up Darth Vader.
Okay.
Any of those. He only chewed up Luke Skywalker. Always, anytime I got a Luke Skywalker, he chewed all of them up.
Is it because the one that you play with the most, you think?
I thought, well, maybe because he has blonde hair and I have blonde hair, and this dog's trying to tell me something.
Oh, he loves you the most.
No, I hate
Hey,
you.
dogs are colorblind. So Han Solo, Leia, Luke Skywalker.
Then why did he go after Luke Skywalker the most?
I'm just gonna say that you've probably played with Luke the most. So that one, had the
I
most
don't
of
think
your
so
set.
because I was a Han Solo fan.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe
yeah,
you can see.
Luke Skywalker did have the pop-out lightsaber, though.
Ooh, a pop-out lightsaber, huh?
Well, you slide it out this hand.
No.
Oh,
I'm not aware of this toy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they had in their hand. They had like a little channel in their hand, and you push this little light blue thing
So is
out.
the
And
arm like straight or can
yeah,
it bend?
the arms are straight.
Oh, so okay.
GI Joes are the first ones you get with the hands that move. Thanks. By the way, I want to thank Star Wars for GI Joes because I actually like GI Joes better than I like Star Wars figures.
Oh, is it because
But anyhow,
they have more movement in their? I
well,
guess
plus
the
I also
limbs?
had a better allowance, and I could buy the GI Joes. And I
Oh,
could
is it
afford
cheaper?
Yeah, and so the GI Joes actually moved and had machine guns. So,
Wow.
I
Man, I
mean,
don't remember any of those toys except for like that series I talked about before, Mask.
Transformers.
Well, I have Transformers, definitely love Transformers. Still to this day, love Transformers.
No GI Joes though.
Oh, I have some GI Joes.
It would be kind of weird though. I mean, being in Hong Kong and playing
Yeah,
with
for GI Joes, but it's
greatest
just
American hero in Hong Kong. It's like what?
I know. I do remember watching GI Joes in Hong Kong though. I don't remember what they're
Oh,
called.
okay.
I mean, I seen He-Man.
Oh yeah, He-Man.
Yeah, He-Man definitely, but I can't remember GI Joes that much.
The only thing is, I liked Skeletor and He-Man. That was about it.
Skeletor
Oh yeah,
and
and
He-Man,
She-Ra. I like She-Ra.
Yes.
Who didn't? Who
I
didn't have a
told you
crush on
about that.
She-Ra?
Someone made a fan-made arcade game of He-Man, right? It's pretty good. It's 4 players. It's free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I keep saying She-Ra. I'm thinking that Tila. Yeah, it's Tila.
I mean, like I don't know the names.
All right, any woman cartoon character I had a crush on. Let's just move on.
Okay.
And I'm sure you did too. So
did you you know what I still love in the you probably know this, the Stormtrooper guy hitting his head in the
That's
scene.
the thing. I don't ever notice it. I mean, I know of it. I've seen it, but when the movie's playing.
Yeah, I don't notice it either. I try to catch it, but then I forget about it.
Yeah,
it's so quick.
I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not that interested. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter to me. I'm too busy watching the story.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm too busy watching the story. Like,
yeah,
but it's still in there. I'm like, I still miss it every time. It's just that something I don't take notice of.
Yeah. The only thing that puzzles me though is when they're in the trash compactor. Okay. Still bothers me today.
What do you mean?
They're standing in the trash compactor. Okay? They're in the trash compactor. There's water and then there's trash. They're standing down in the water, and some kind of creature in there comes up and grabs them. What I'm trying to figure out is that they're standing in the water, so they're standing on something. How's that creature? Right? Yeah, how's the creature coming up in there if they're standing on a floor or something?
Yeah, I figured they were standing on the floor too.
Then you hear the door open and this creature swims out. I'm like, how did the creature swim out of there if it's not that deep? Because if it's as deep, they wouldn't be standing there in the water.
Where's this creature coming from?
Exactly.
That's the other thing. They're like, where's this creature coming from?
We see him get in and get out, and they're shooting him. It's like all of a sudden they get sucked down this hole. I'm like, was there like one little tiny hole? Is it? I mean, it's confusing.
It is, right? That's the thing that bothers you. Okay.
That's the only thing that bothers me. I'm sure there's something else that bothers me about the movie, but at the moment.
Yeah, no. Now that
I do think they need to fix that when they show up at Mos Eisley. Is it Mos Eisley?
Mm-hmm.
When they show up there, they added all this extra traffic.
Yes, they did. They added all.
They need to clean up some of that traffic, especially the cars, because you can see them. It looks like you could kind of see the lightness. You know, when the computer effects roll over each other. I'm like, you need to fix that.
It's like I understand what you mean. It's like, okay, it kind of passes. You and I are one of those that notice this stuff. Majority of the people don't notice it.
It annoys the crap out of it. I'm like, I can see it's last minute crap that you added in, and it just doesn't fit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Shane. So these things bother me a lot too. But if I point it out to somebody, right, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, it's not my fault. The rest of the planet's stupid, okay?
It's the majority of them. That's
the majority of the planet's stupid.
That's 98%. Why it got released. Like, you know what? Because the person is like, hey, the editor's like, hey, do you want me to clean this up? The producer's like, we don't have that kind of time, so I can't see anything's wrong with it, so I'm going to push it out. It's always going to be like that.
Here's the way I see it. Star Wars has been on since 1977. So you got plenty of time to fix it.
Oh, they do, but then the people who
should fix it again.
That,
I'm waiting for the 5th edit now.
Is it only the 5th edit?
I don't know where they're at. Probably the 100th edit.
Wait, like, is it 2002 edit, 2014
edit? Let me put it this way: if you want to keep showing it and you want it to be relevant, I think you need to keep it up to date. I mean, come on, it's a movie that just keeps on making money.
So do you think they would do that to 1, 2, and 3, or is that technology at that time is already, matching? I guess George Lucas want to match the old stuff to the technology.
I would say that I'd say the look of 1, 2, and 3 still looks pretty good.
Yeah, actually, still.
The only thing they need to go back in there is edit the acting. They need to You know, I love Samuel L. Jackson, but some of his work needs to be fixed.
Hey, all those actors I like a lot. It's just that the direction is not the best.
Yeah, I
Okay?
loved all those
So we
actors.
gotta stop getting on 1, 2, and 3 and stay on episode 4. Hey,
Yeah,
so
but
this the other thing I want to talk more about.
there's no problems with episode 4, so we gotta go find another.
That's what I'm
movie.
talking about. Like, so episode 4, right? When it first released, it never had the scrolling text. It never told you what happened pre-4, right? It never said episode 4. It never had a scrolling text until the 5th one is. Oh, I'm sorry. At that time, the sequel's about to come out.
So the people that got to see the theater, man, it's really good now.
Yeah,
you saw the theater in 1977. I'm sorry. I apologize to you.
I think that's
George
the
Lucas,
eye of the beholder.
This is why George Lucas keeps fixing everything for
Well,
you.
he can't. He doesn't have the rights to these.
But that's
anymore,
the problem.
Right?
This is what gets you back in the theater, though. This is the thing. They could clean all this up on 4 we're talking about and release it again at the theater, and I'm guaranteed it'd make millions of dollars. Again.
Actually, you know what? Let's just say they clean up all the stuff that you and I hated, like it's not clean enough, and then like, hey, we fixed all that, okay?
Yeah,
and then we release it like, yeah, I will go.
We took out the Stormtrooper bumps his head.
I know. I actually prefer to keep them in there, but like the lighting for the traffic, they need to clean all that up.
Yeah, they need to clean up the traffic.
It looks like the lighting of the traffic looks like it's inside, but then it's an outside scene. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, that's all they got to do is just clean up a little bit more and fix the lightsaber, the fighting scene between Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, yeah, hide that guy and make it more realistic, right? And then just put that in there. Yes.
But I don't need it longer, okay?
No, yeah,
this was so long. I'm like,
we want the lightsaber battle scenes to match the other movies.
Yes, I want him to look like a Jedi Knight, not like a guy that's afraid of the lightsaber.
Because he can't move that well. He's like,
I mean, he wasn't that old in that.
No, he's not.
Movie.
But he's like a 50-year-old man.
But yeah, he never was. Nobody knew what you're gonna do with a lightsaber yet.
No, not at that point, right? That's when our imagination came in.
Yeah, and plus they weren't like, we're gonna teach you how to fight yet.
Then now that's why in Obi-Wan, it's like when we watch those, there's like 3 fight scenes between Obi-Wan and I guess Anakin, right? And like, oh my god, these are all fantastic.
Yeah, they were
not
actually
not like episode, not
like
this
because
one.
That's the thing. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi watching. You're like, then you get the fight scene. Yep, I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching, even though it's so much boring as crap.
Don't you think like that's one of the best things at end of episode 1 when you see Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul? Yeah, that fight scene was like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, the rest of the movie suck and choke at this point. When they start fighting each other, like
you're kind of like, well, I like the race too. The race scene.
Oh, the race was cool.
And we'll eventually talk about all that crap.
Yeah, we will.
It's been a long. I've only seen that movie maybe once or twice.
I want to say maybe a handful of times for me too. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't own it. You know, I bought the second one and the third one, but I for some reason don't own the first one.
Huh? Interesting. I still have the first episode 1 on VHS.
Which. The thing is, we may go back and I may like the first one better than I like the second and third one.
Yeah, because it's been.
Because to be honest with you, I actually don't like the second and third one either. I only like one scene in the second one. It's the only one they play.
We'll talk about it at that time. Oh, let's play it at that time.
I'll talk about it like 100 times because I think we already have.
Yeah, I think we do, but I want to save it.
If you watch the show, you already know what my favorite scene is. So.
Oh,
what? You got the. I see you got the Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I'm playing on the background. Heck yeah! I thought about playing the movie there, but I just didn't have time to set up like a media player back.
Okay, well, it's better to see the video game.
It is, right? Like, I had never played the original video game.
I have. Well, I don't know. I played that one.
Which one is?
I played the one where you sit in the booth and you act like you're in a TIE fighter, and it's all got the little red.
Oh yeah, they have either sitting in a cockpit or they have a standing version.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones I played.
Oh,
I know I played the setting one for sure.
You played the setting
one? It has that little controller, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as impressive as I thought it would be.
Not even back at that time, in my graphics were a limitation.
And I played several. Like I played the Nintendo version of the Star Wars
game.
Like,
I played that on my 10-minute game recently. Like, that's not a very good game.
It sucks. It sucks so much. I thought this would be awesome. And then I was like, man, this is crappy.
And you know what? I don't think they got better until Super Nintendo released the.
Well, I don't know. I didn't play any of the Knights of the Old Republic. I didn't play anything. I didn't play anything until they put out that
playing games.
Yeah, I didn't play until they put out the Star Wars on
Forces Unleashed.
Yes,
that. Talk about that one. Where
it looked good.
I still has a secret apprentice.
I hate that. I hate that game. It
Which
starts
which
off
game?
good, but I hate the end of the game.
Oh,
I'm gonna
but so
ruin
you
the end
beat
of the
it.
game for you.
You
Yeah, I
finished
beat
the
that
whole
game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I beat the game. And at the end of the game, it plays out exactly like Return of the Jedi. You show up to the Death Star, you got to fight Darth Vader, and then you go fight the Emperor. But you can't kill them because Luke Skywalker is supposed to come behind you and do the exact same scene that you play out in this game.
Oh,
So I was
really?
like, okay, so y'all were very creative until you got to the end of this game and y'all gave up.
Well, I think they're trying to match it, right? Like they got
It
the
was. It
ingredient,
was
but they can't
basically, yeah.
finish
You
it.
basically, when you show up to the Death Star, Darth Vader does everything he does was Skywalker. Everything you see in that you play that whole thing out.
Huh.
Except you can't
Interesting.
beat them because
you can.
yeah, because well, otherwise it makes it avoids Return of the Jedi.
Was it the
So I was thinking they're creative until they get to the end of that game. And I'm like, this game sucks. I played this game was hard. I put it on a hard level. I played the crap out of this game, and then I get to the end and I have to do what I saw in a movie.
Huh. So you never played the
You
second one?
couldn't.
It wasn't it that Force Unleashed 2?
No,
Oh.
no. Yes, there was, but
Oh.
after playing that garbage, no way. I
Like,
put all that time into that game, and
the
that's what
game
I
is
got.
so fun until the very end.
Oh,
Like,
I
this
was
sucks.
upset. I was like, I went all through all this crap, and then this is what I get. I
Oh,
get,
that's funny.
I get. Oh, it sucks. It's so, it is so crushing.
Oh
What
my
was his name?
gosh.
And his name is stupid. What was his name?
Oh, I
know
don't.
what
I
the
never
game
played.
is.
I mean, like, I think
Oh, he's got a
I've
stupid
fought
name.
the
I think
first
it's
stage.
Star. It's like his name is like Star Destroyer or some stupid
Star
crap.
Destroyer. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I can't remember. It was Star Crusher or something. It was stupid. It wasn't even cool as Skywalker. It's just
Oh.
some dumb. I was like, this is whoever made this game was really reaching.
Oh, okay. Oh, I never played it, so I wouldn't know.
I'm thinking whoever was like, I mean, there's probably guys that worked on it and love Star Wars because you can see some of the stuff was awesome. Then towards the end, it's like whoever took over the game hated Star Wars.
Just like we
And
need to wrap it up.
yeah, so I was like, so they didn't even watch.
You know what? I
Star
think
Wars.
I'm gonna watch the. I'm pretty sure someone has the whole walkthrough of
I'm
the
sure
game.
they did.
So
And
I
it's
can still
neat
watch
until
it.
you get to that point, then you're like all
So
upset.
I know that this game, right? Like the game you're talking about, the guy basically he hunts Jedis, and then each boss
Yeah.
is a Jedi, right? It's a
Yeah.
Jedi fight.
Pretty much. But
Any
you're
one
actually
that you recognize?
I can't remember any characters. I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
there was, but I mean, mainly though, the point is, you slowly turn. You're supposed to turn. You're supposed to be an apprentice. You're supposed to want to kill Jedis, but slowly you end up realizing Darth Vader's evil, and you at the end of the game you want to kill him, and then try to
Whoa.
save him and kill the Emperor.
Oh.
Basically, you're turned into Luke Skywalker.
Oh, so I thought it was. You knew you were supposed to be training to be a Sith in the beginning.
Yeah, but you don't.
Oh, is that a
Well, I guess you
spoiler?
could. I think you can go both ways. I guess I went the good way because at the end I was like,
Oh, it sounds like you were talking about another game though.
well, I think there was something that made your face look eviler and
Yeah, I
eviler.
forgot what.
But,
Date
but
that
also
was.
that was Knights of the Old Republic too. I think did that too.
Knights
You
of
could
the-
either become a Sith Lord or you could become a.
Yeah, it depends on the
I didn't
missions
do all
you take.
that crap. Yeah, I didn't.
Oh,
do
I
that.
know. It's easier to go bad.
So, anyways, I don't think that game's canon anymore, and it shouldn't be. Thank God. That's one of the things that saved us from it.
I don't think it is canon at all. I mean, like especially right
Well,
now.
I think it was up until Disney took
So
over.
Disney took it over. Oh yeah, when
'cause,
they said
they also
everything
had all
else
these books
before.
because you got all these people. It's like I'm like nerds. That's what you get for reading. Okay, you shouldn't have learned to read. You should just watch the movies.
Hey,
Okay, I feel better about myself.
at least somebody made a lot of money writing those books. You know, you gotta be
Oh,
happy.
a lot of
for
people
that,
made a lot of
yeah.
money. And actually, some of those books were actually pretty good.
Oh, you read
actually-
some?
Yes, I did. I was the nerd that read some. Well, I don't know how it ended up with a couple of them. And one of them was about the Death Star being built and then how they got all the Wookiees to build the Death Star.
Really?
I want to point that out to y'all because everybody's watching. It's like how they build this giant Death Star.
Yes. How did they
Well,
build a giant Death
they
Star?
went to the planet. They went to the planet Kashyyyk,
Yes.
where
Wookiees are from.
Chewbacca's people's from. They captured them all, loaded them up in ships. They shipped them there and used them as slave labor.
So the Death Star is built by Wookiees.
It's built by
So Clerks
that's
is
why-
wrong. The independent contractor. Well, what about? Did they talk about like after it blows up? We built the second one.
Well, all this is new. See, the book was written before that.
Oh, so this is the first Death Star between
Yeah,
Rogue
this is
One.
the first. This should be the first Death Star. Yeah.
Okay, so this
when
is
it's being
between
built.
Rogue
So
One
we
and
see,
whatever.
and if you watch Rogue One, we see as it's being built, you kind of see the history. And it's
Right.
probably been being built. I don't know how long it's been built because you got to think if we after Episode 3, we see the plans for the Death Star, episode
Yes,
3.
it's beginning
So
to be put together, like the
yeah.
framework of it.
So apparently they're the ones they already, because you already see them, because if you play that game, even that game we talked about, the video game that we just got done talking about, it shows Darth Vader going to Kashyyyk planet and he's killing all the Wookiees and stuff.
Oh.
So, and that's where they find you living on that planet.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing the intro of that. Yes, he went to Kashyyyk.
Yeah. So I guess
it
part
makes
of
so
it's
much
kinda,
sense now.
but the problem is after you get to the end of the game, you're like, oh, I don't like this crap.
Hey, so how old do you think Luke and Leia is in this movie? Like, what was their age? Like 19, 22?
18? Yeah, 18 maybe.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure, like, so it took about 20
It
years
never
to
really
build the
tells
Death
you.
Star.
Huh?
It
Oh,
takes
that's
about
it.
20 years, right? Because they
Yeah.
start in episode 3 and Luke and Leia were just born.
Yeah,
So
I
the
don't
Death
know.
Star
I'm not gonna do the math.
Yeah, it takes that long to be operational.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know if it's
thinking. I
been
don't know.
built. Well, you know, it's built after they were born.
Yeah, well, it started construction after they were born.
Yeah, it had to be constructed, or maybe they already started it
like,
and we just don't know
they
about it.
didn't even blow up Alderaan until in this movie in episode 4.
Yeah, I don't remember all around what you're talking about.
I'm making an awesome Star
You know,
Wars.
that's the sad thing. We saw the future. I mean, in 1977, you got to see Jimmy Smits get killed, but you didn't really know that he got killed because you didn't know who he was yet.
Yeah, because she talked about him, my father. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't know who it was yet.
Yeah, and then you're like, hey, I know you. It's Jimmy Smits.
They're like, dude, it's not gonna end up nice for you. You should leave.
Yeah, which is thing, because I just like the actor, so that's why I'm naming him out. But he's made it. He's in a lot.
That's
of
his
Star
name,
Wars
Jimmy
movies.
Smith. Yes, he is.
He's in a lot.
He's
of
in the
Star
Obi-Wan
Wars.
series. I was
He's in
so
the
happy to
Obi-Wan.
see
He's
him.
in the original episodes.
He's in the Clone Wars, the animated stuff. Well,
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
I don't know if he voiced, but his character is in those things.
Yeah, so I'm like, this guy come along and he's like going, I beat everybody. I'm in everything. I'm like Iron Man.
Jimmy Smith is the Iron Man of Star Wars. That's the title of this show. Hold on, I want to spell his name. It's M-I-T-S, right?
The sad thing is, though, he's not even in this movie.
I know. That's so funny. He's not.
He's not even in the next 3. He's actually not in a lot of them. We're just making it seem.
He didn't show up until episode 2, I want to say, or 3.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you, he was on Alderaan. He's dead. So he sure didn't show up in the.
Were we sure that he was on Alderaan? Because we watched.
We don't know that. We don't know that. He could pop out and go like, ta-da.
Yeah, because he was on Road 1. But then he would be dead anyway because Leia is old.
He is supposed to be on Road 1. Yeah, he's got to be on Road 1.
He's in Road 1, yeah.
Yeah, I know. He has to be because Rogue One's before they blow up Alderaan.
Yes.
He can't appear on anything after episode 4. So that pretty actually shortens what we see.
Know of. I mean, like, yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, I was late getting home one day for supper and finished blew up my plant before I got there.
Oh.
So I've been hanging out with whatever Mace Windu, who's still alive too.
But I don't know about that. He could still be alive because we know.
We're just making up our own story. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to deny this. We don't work for Disney. We can say what we want.
We sure do. I hope one day still work for Disney, but I don't know. This donut number 2 is not happening for me right now.
I'm not. I don't really care. But hey, if Disney wants to give me some money, okay.
Yeah.
Free trip to Disneyland would be nice.
Yes. You know,
I don't know what good things we could say about Disney. I can say everything. We watch Disney Plus religiously.
You know what? All these streaming platforms, right? I have no problem getting rid of Netflix, Hulu, Paramount Plus, and whatever else I have subscribed, right? But Disney Plus is probably the only thing I would not get rid of.
Yeah, Disney Plus would be hard to get rid of.
It is very.
And I don't watch it a lot. I don't watch it a lot, but there's always something coming out I want to see on it. I can't think of really anything coming out on Netflix I want to see. I mean, I always see here comes this movie. I'm like,
well, is it because you don't pay attention to those shows though?
I don't care because they're like, the Gray Man's coming out. I'm like, because they're like, we got Ryan, whoever's in it, the Gray Man. It's got Captain America and so forth in it. I don't know if you heard about it. They've been putting it all over the internet. We're plugging it even though we haven't seen it. The problem is, I'm like, no, I'd rather watch Captain America.
Yeah, you know I have no idea what you're
Yes,
talking
no,
about.
it's
Like,
got
it's something
yes.
on
Well, there's a
Netflix.
movie coming out with Chris Evans versus the new Blade Runner. It's
What?
called The Gray Man. It's directed by the Russo brothers, who directed other stuff we watch. And I
No, I
was
didn't
like,
know that.
like
But
I
it's
don't
on
want to watch it.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
You know what? Netflix for me, Netflix is really well known for like documentaries and comedians.
It's really well known for me for tons of crap I don't want to see.
Well, I watched Full House.
Oh, okay. Full House. Okay, cool. I wouldn't really go on national television to say that, but I'm proud of you.
I
You
don't
go,
care.
man.
You need to watch the girl who plays Stephanie. Ooh,
I know the girl who
I mean,
plays Stephanie.
DJ looks
I've
pretty
seen-
hot too. You could tell that from season 1 to 2 she lost weight. I guess for the TV image. But like,
we're talking about Star Wars. This is
I know.
what
I
we're
understand you're talking about
about.
Full House.
Oh, we are publicly judging somebody's weight on
I
YouTube.
didn't say she was fat. She just got a little
Oh,
like no, she wasn't fat to
okay.
begin with.
I didn't ever think
Okay.
she was, but
Alright.
what are we talking about?
I must say,
Well, let's don't talk about Full House.
no, I'm talking about Darth Vader.
Okay.
Like,
what about him? He gained some
Whoever,
weight.
like George Lucas picked the correct choice of James Earl Jones' voice, right?
Yes,
Just
he
to
did.
play Darth Vader. Like, I can't imagine anybody else voicing him.
We
And,
can't now.
James Earl Jones is probably in his 80s, if not like
So
late
what were you saying?
70s.
So we need to make
No.
sure that he has the greatest medical help ever, so he lives till he's like 1,000.
Or we just make him record a whole bunch of lines that might or might not be used in
No,
the future.
why don't we just keep him alive? It's like
How's that
I'm
possible?
sorry, I don't know. I know, but
How's that
you
possible?
can't just go up. You can't just go up to James Earl Jones. And go, oh, sir, we need you to sit down and record everything because you're probably gonna die.
Let me
next
ask
week.
you. So let's just say, they have voice actors all the time, like comedians who could do these voices.
Yeah.
Would it be okay, or would you mind that if James Earl Jones passes away, right? And this
Well, he's
new
going to.
person,
I mean, it's
yeah,
just the way the
and
world
this new
works.
person can sound like James Earl Jones.
Would I be okay with it?
Yeah, would it be okay? Would you even know? If let's just say you never knew James Earl Jones passed away, and they used this new dude.
And I can't tell.
No, you cannot tell. No,
Then
that's
why,
it. You cannot tell.
why are you even questioning me? If I can't tell, then I guess I'm not gonna have a problem with it. I mean, if you can't tell something,
okay,
you're
no,
never
I'm not
gonna-
done. So at this moment, you can't tell, right? But then later on, you find out like, oh, this is by a different actor. Would
I'm not
that
gonna have a
affect
problem with
your opinion?
I'm not gonna. No, it's not.
Okay.
You know why it's not gonna have a problem? Because I'm not one of those people. Because I watched, what is it? Book of Boba Fett and stuff. We've seen Luke Skywalker,
Yes.
and the Mandalorian. We've seen Luke Skywalker. I don't have a problem with him showing it to somebody, some computer face. You hear people griping, "Oh, the computer face doesn't look real enough," or "The computer face don't like that." I'm like, it's Luke Skywalker. I'm good with it.
It is Luke Skywalker.
Even
and
though
it's also him standing in for himself.
Exactly, and we still got his voice. But let's say he passes away.
Shoot,
If
you
they
know
could
what?
if they could find somebody who has a voice like
We could
his,
talk about that right now because Rogue
I'm
One
okay with
did
that.
that. Carrie Fisher was not there for that scene at the
Yeah.
end of Rogue One. That's not
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher at all. It's just some lady that kind of has the same facial feature as her, but they put Carrie Fisher's face on this actress.
Yeah, I was okay with that.
Yeah, I was okay with that too.
I don't know. I guess if
Shoot,
we see a
Walken
large,
wasn't in Rogue One at all. He passed like almost 20 years before they even made Rogue One, and he's
Yeah.
still in this movie.
yeah,
and that didn't bother me at all. I'm like, well,
talking
Walken
about
is
digging
here.
up the dead. Yeah, talk about digging up the dead. No, I'm fine
Exactly.
with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, you're right. I'm fine with it too.
They didn't-
As long as they
Nah.
didn't like,
Yeah,
would
if
it
they-
be
long as they
would
don't
it bother
change it.
you if they changed the actor?
Let me put it.
completely?
Yes, Rhodey bothers me. Okay, an Iron Man. I'm like,
Oh.
I mean, I like it. I like the newer Rhodey too, but I'm like,
At first it bothered you.
I'm watching this and then he looks like this. I'm
So
like,
did the Batman change bother you from Michael Keaton to Val Kilmer and then to George Clooney?
yes, it did.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yes, it did. Because I was like, all right. It took me a while to get
But it's
used
so
to Michael.
funny.
Well, Michael Keaton was Batman to begin with. So, but then I got Val Kilmer. I was like, okay, I like Val Kilmer.
But the comic books, right?
but
None of the
listen, but I
characters
was
are
like-
drawn the same.
Hey, who cares? That's art.
Oh, okay.
The people aren't art to me.
So you're saying if one person plays Batman, right, it always needs to be that person.
It would since they changed the stories and stuff, I'm okay with it. But I mean,
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Man was the same movie. You got Iron Man 1, you got Iron Man 2. Everything's the same except Rhodey. All of a sudden, I'm like, what?
But what if it's a situation they can't help it? Like, let's just say Robert Downey Jr. passes away
Hey,
between Iron 2 and 3. Would it be okay
hey,
to recast it then?
no, he better look like Robert Downey Jr. You
Also,
better
you're
just
saying the
quit.
actor needs to look like the
Yep,
prior one.
he's got to. He's got to look like the first one. If it's the same series, it needs
Wow.
to look the same. I don't give a crap about
I,
your multiple worlds and crap. Hey, because I know we can do it.
oh, so we can do it now. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So you better keep on doing it, or just shut up and quit.
So, so this actor is just like, so I'm just basically a stand-in for Robert Downey Jr. the whole time. Are you
Yep.
cool with that?
I am cool with that.
Oh,
I'm sorry
wow.
that you're not already. I'm sorry you're not Robert Downey Jr. But hey, you get to play Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man, so you should be
You know,
happiest human being on the earth.
that's why I think we're so lucky, right? Like, Mark Hamill's still
We're
alive.
lucky. That means your kids are even luckier.
Harrison Ford is still alive,
They can make Terminator movies forever.
Yes, they can. But, it's the
They
same
don't
thing
need
with
Arnold
Star Wars. They can
Schwarzenegger.
make Star Wars movies forever.
They can because they got everybody.
I mean, like, right now, it's just TV series. I mean,
I know there is some people going, "Oh, Sebastian Sam could play Luke Skywalker." I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he could, but
why?
exactly.
Why? I'm done with the Skywalker storyline. I would like to see someone, with the Force thing. The Sky family is done.
But I guess it would be kind of weird because now we're saying that, and I'm like, Obi-Wan Kenobi doesn't look the same.
What do you mean, like Ewan McGregor or Ewan McGregor
Yeah,
to this?
Ewan McGregor doesn't look like this. Alex Guinness. Is that
No.
Alex Guinness? Who plays it? What is
I
that?
think you're right, Alex Guinness, right?
I don't know. I think it's right. I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
Alex Guinness. Guinness, yes.
Yeah. Which makes me want to Guinness beer all of a sudden. But anyhow, I mean, and I'm not knocking the guy because I like the guy because he's the first Obi-Wan Kenobi I ever saw.
Yeah, exactly.
But after you see Ewan McGregor, it's like, hey, this guy rocks.
So you did notice the "hello there" line, right? At the end of Kenobi, when he meets Luke for the first time, he's like,
Yeah.
"Hello there." He actually says it like Alec Guinness when he
Well,
said that to R2D2.
I'm thinking he's a lot like him in a way. I
Yeah.
mean, he saw the movie. He's like, I'm going to be this guy.
Hello there.
So I'm this guy.
It was
That's
awesome.
that's a credit to his acting skills right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Ewan McGregor said he would do it way before they even planned to do this.
Yeah,
like,
I
Kenobi
mean,
thing.
and I like that. That's what I like about him because a
Yeah, I
lot of
do
people
too.
that they get in the science fiction deal, and a lot of people have done. Mainly, it's like a lot of people have done Marvel lately.
Mm-hmm.
Then they kind of badmouth their stuff after they get it. They do it. They're like, yeah, well, I'm tired of that. I don't want to do something else. I'm gonna go do something else.
So it
But
sounds
a
like
lot of
every
people,
other actor, though.
but a lot of people that work in Star Wars, they're like, can't wait to get back.
I think just
I don't know any
personality, though.
maybe so, but I don't know too many actors that's been in Star Wars say they don't want to come back. Maybe some people in the new one, but I mean, even Samuel Jackson's like, do you find a way for me to come back?
Oh yeah, he just said that recently. You found me, I will do it.
He will do it, and I'm like, but again, he is a fan pleaser.
He's a fan,
He's
yeah.
a fan. He is a
Well,
fan.
I think he's a Star Wars fan too.
Yeah, but he's also hardcore in the Marvel stuff too, because you know that where he's like, man, if they would have had me in those movies, I would have fixed everything. There would have been a Civil War.
Well, on that actor thing, when you say like they want to do something else, like some actors do want to do.
And that's
something
fine.
else,
I mean, that's fine. But
they were even lucky to be cast in the first place.
But the way they talk about it, it's like they weren't. Oh, I had to do this Marvel thing.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Because,
it makes it sound like they wasted their. Yeah, some of them sound like they wasted their time. I'm like,
I don't agree with that at all.
So,
because I agree. I mean, I agree where they're actors. They want to play certain
actors,
roles,
and they want to play several characters.
Yeah,
and
they want to be
typecast.
characters. They want typecast. And I don't want to keep playing the same actor. I mean, the same role all the time. I want to expand my range.
But I'm thinking they should be proud of the fact that they defined that character, and they should be happy that
they define the character, or the
some of them define. I think they define. I mean, it's an actor. It makes the character. The director may help.
Yeah,
but it's an actor. True. It makes it. I mean, come on. Jon Favreau probably pushed Robert Downey Jr., but Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark.
That's Tony Stark.
That is what Tony Stark. You'll never be able to see anybody else be Tony Stark. I mean, I don't care how many.
So it's kind of like the same thing you say about Sebastian Stan. Like Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker.
He has defined how he acts, moves, talks.
And you know what? I want to point out that Luke Skywalker Mark Hamill sound like his voice hasn't broken.
And it's the same thing with. I'm going to go ahead. We can go ahead and put it this way, because we know this character. Han Solo. Harrison Ford defined Han Solo.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I liked the movie Solo, and I thought the actor did okay, but he was not Han Solo.
No, it's kind of like the same thing we talk about Back to the Future, like Eric Stokes and Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox is Marty McFly.
Yeah, he's Marty McFly. He defined the character. I mean, I don't care if Eric Stokes showed up first and did some scenes.
No, I don't care that Eric
Yeah.
Stokes played the same character. It's just not as good
Yeah,
as
it's just
Michael J. Fox.
there's some people that who they are defines a character, and I mean a lot of actors
like
when they got to come
Keanu
back.
Reeves is Neo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
he defined that
actors,
character.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like okay,
And John
William
Wick
Shatner. William Shatner is
is
made
Captain Kirk.
That's the thing. When Chris Pine, I think Chris Pine did a good job, but the
Chris
problem
Pine
is
did a good job.
he's not just being Kirk. He's being Shatner too, in order to bring that character.
But yeah,
You know?
I think a lot of actors like they study the other actors, like Owen
have
Laws,
to.
right? The old Owen in this movie, Owen Laws, he didn't have a lot of scenes, but the younger kid, right, that plays him, he has a lot more scene time than Owen in this movie, and he still watch Owen Laws' mannerism in episode 4, so he could define his.
That way,
Owen
when you
Laws.
look at him, you just see him as an older a character, but you
Yes.
know by his movements, because that's the thing. When you're on the street, when you see somebody, you know by how they walk and stuff, you know who that is.
Yeah.
You know, they'd be like, "Oh, there's Shane right there," because he walks like a dobu. But anyway,
I don't even know what dope is.
I'm just making up words, okay?
He walked like he has a walking problem. Then a walking.
Which, by the way,
face.
if you actually see me in real life, I don't have a walking problem.
No, you walk just fine like a normal person, but you just made that work up just.
I know.
I
I
walk
cut
like a
myself
dope.
down.
I gotta
I
start
come
over.
up
And you know what?
No.
If we have merchandising, I would say I walk like a dope. I'm gonna try to type that up. I walk like a dope.
Hey, I had to put something out there, and I couldn't use a known word, and I sure didn't want to use a cuss word. So let's go with
That's
it.
what we did. Of all the episodes we have, I said the F word once, right? And then we trying to.
We know that you said the F word once.
Yeah, and then
I'm
like
thinking you made it twice.
and the other like you know when I say the other words, right? I'm actually saying the like direct lines from a movie because I don't want to butcher it, right? But
Yeah.
like, but dope. What is it? DOBU. Dope. Was it Dubu? No, man, it's Dobu. I walk like a Dobu.
Yeah, there's your tagline.
Like
Right?
Adobe, but it's not. I walk
That's
like
not Adobe. I promise you.
I walk like a Dobu. Famous.
Well, how do we know that's not some kind of alien that's in Star Wars?
You know what? It might be.
Probably is now. Yep, it is.
But I wanted to say that you said it here first time ever, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
On this episode. You walk like a Dobu. I don't even know how we got there now.
I don't know. Oh, and I promise you, I'm not drinking anything but water.
I want to talk about, I show my helmet, right? I couldn't get my
Yeah,
Darth
saw
Vader
your
helmet
helmet.
down because it's kind of high up.
Hey, get a ladder then.
But like, you know what? I will do it for the next one
Okay,
because
cool.
it's Empire Strikes Back. So I will do it for the next one. I can't wear it because it's kind of tight.
Well, even Darth Vader. I mean, you had all that special machinery to put that helmet on. So
Yes. So I can't do it, but like, I will show off my Darth Vader helmet. And then on episode 6, I have another helmet that I can show off. It feels like I have a lot of helmets.
I think you do got a lot of helmets.
Yeah, I love helmets. I don't know why.
You wear a lot of hats. What can I say?
I do wear a lot of hats. I'm so glad I found this hat, man. Like it's a Star Wars hat. Hold on.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the front?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love
Rebel Alliance. You go, Rebel Alliance.
So I wore this to IKEA, right? And one of the guys, like one of the, I guess another dad, right? He's like, "Oh, that's a nice hat." I'm like, "Thank you." Heather asked me, like, "Does it make you feel good that he told you that?" I'm like, "Heck yeah," because that means he's a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, it does. It actually makes you really good when somebody recognizes yourself.
Yes.
As you can see, I got my
I
Star
know.
Wars. I meant
That's
Star
so
Trek.
ironic. Like a
Like, I
Star
did
Trek
it.
shirt.
You know what I did on purpose.
I
I
know
said
you
that I was like, am I going to wear the USS Reliance shirt or am I going to wear this one? I went with this one. I even thought about wearing my gold Star Trek uniform.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But anyhow, I wore that. But I remember there's a story, I have a t-shirt, Thundercats.
Yes, yes.
It has a Thundercat symbol. I remember I was at the store and this guy goes, "I love that Thundercat." So I was like, "Yeah, we're
Yes.
owed."
Thank you. Yeah, we're both old. I love the Star Wars hat. I'm like, these Star Wars hats are kind of expensive, like 30 something dollars, man. Because I
Yeah,
found
what?
this like used for like $12, so I bought it immediately.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you steamed it to kill all the headlights. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know if I can wear a hat that somebody else wore.
No, it smelled clean. I didn't do any of that.
Okay.
It's been a while now, so whatever it is,
Okay.
it smelled like me the most.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
All right. What else you got?
I don't know. We've gone all over the place.
I mean, like we're going all over the place, right? We kind of
Galaxy
talked a
far,
lot of
far
stuff.
away, and a long time ago. Whatever. Oh yeah, I want to point out these books though.
Oh, you got Star Wars.
This kind of got me into it. Well, I collected books, and like I said, Scotty's Guide to the Enterprise is what got me into the books. As you can see behind me, I got a lot of books.
Yes.
But then I kind of got into movie books.
And you know what? I want to talk to you about your bookcase. It's bowing a little, so I need you to take all your books, right, and then turn that shelf over to fix that problem, please.
It's a lot of work. I got too many
It is. I do that to all my stuff here too.
I've already flipped the shelves too.
Those are cheap shelves.
Upside. Yeah, well, this is because I got these at Walmart. This is what you get. But anyhow, look at this.
Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope.
Yeah, it's the art books. It's one of the art of.
Did you get that half-price books?
No, I bought this brand new when it came out.
Oh wow!
Well, I don't know if it came out. This may have been a little older, but I bought this. Actually, bought this back in a bookstore that don't even exist anymore.
Oh, Borders.
Hey, way back in the day. No, not
Borders.
Oh,
really?
No, it's like Barn. What is it? Some booksellers. I can't remember where I bought it. There was 2 bookstores in the mall. Oh, way back in the day, kids.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Collin Creek Mall?
No, I didn't live in Collin Creek. This is Abilene.
Oh, you have Abilene,
Texas.
Oh, yeah, no way.
I was a little kid when I bought this book. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I thought you mean a long time ago, like 20 years ago.
No, a little longer than 20 years ago. This is older than 20.
So you bought that when you were a little kid?
Yeah, this is the original. And this is original because I want to point out, they eventually, when the movies came back, when they redid the movies, they remade these books and they added stuff to it.
Okay.
I don't have those.
No, because you said when you bought that as a little kid, I didn't think that they have Episode 4 written down. Until you know what?
I wasn't a little bitty kid. I wasn't, but I was not quite in high school yet either.
When was the word Episode 4 added?
I don't know. You should tell me. This is an old book though.
Let's see. To match the sequel sprawl, the textbook number. Oh, when we released in April 1981.
Okay. Well, the book says couldn't be because
when did Star Wars become A New Hope?
Because here's the thing. Oh, I don't know. But this one says
it did have the scrolling text back then, but it didn't have the New Hope.
Okay, yeah, this one says formally titled "The Art of Star Wars." Now it's The New Hope.
Yeah, it's The New Hope.
But anyways, I got this book. I got all 3 of them. They look like this. Of course, they improved eventually because when they started putting out the art of all the Marvel books.
Yeah.
They started putting out all of them. I actually got almost all of the art of. I think I'm missing some of this. Maybe I'm missing just 1 or 2 Star Wars ones. But I even had the art of the Mandalorian, the art of Han Solo, the art of Rogue One.
The art of Mandalorian. I love those art paintings at the end of every episode.
Yeah. Well, it's all in that book.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think I like it a lot better.
There's anything about this book. Okay, this book right here. This has a script to it. The Star Wars.
The Star Wars script.
This is the script that this has scenes they didn't use because remember in Star Wars when he goes at the very end of the movie when Star Wars when Luke Skywalker becomes a starfighter.
Yes.
And he meets that guy that he knows.
Oh yeah, Red, right? Not Red.
There's supposed to be a scene where he's hanging out with those guys on Tatooine before they left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in the script in here.
Oh, so
he also talks about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they either didn't shoot it or they cut it.
Well, I think it's because to keep the budget even lower, right?
Because it's even got because this even talks about it's got Boba Fett. I'm not Boba Fett. This has Jabba the Hutt stuff scenes in it too.
11 million. That must be like cheap movie back then, even in '77.
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, they gave him some money. There was just 20th Century Fox gave him I forgot how much money. They told it. They gave him some money. He showed him some paintings. Ralph McQuarrie helped paint a lot of the paintings. He showed it to him. That looks cool. We'll give you this much money. Give him some stuff. Let's see it. So he did that, and they were impressed with what they saw. So they gave him the rest of the money to make the movie.
Oh yes, that's the. I remember that too.
So yeah. So.
Man, can you imagine back then sci-fi didn't stand a chance?
Because sci-fi wasn't that good. All it was on TV. Because I mean, you saw Star Trek on TV. It's
Yes.
a good show, but and I mean, anybody saw Lost in Space would have just said no way. Even though I love Lost in Space original, but still,
I never seen the TV show. The only time Lost in Space is the movie I saw.
okay. Well, it's way different.
Yeah, is it William Hurt was in that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Yeah, it was Joey
In the
Tribbiani.
movie. Yeah.
With Matt LeBlanc, I mean.
Yeah.
Joey Tribbiani.
Okay.
And Lacey Colbert, is that her name?
I think it's Shaver or whatever.
Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I remember
And
that.
it had what's her name? Kelly. No, is it something Graham?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Graham. What's her name?
I don't know.
She was also in that Johnny Depp movie. I forgot
No,
what her name was.
Johnny Depp
She's
movie.
in Bowfinger. She was also in Bowfinger.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, the actress.
Oh, Heather Graham.
Heather Graham, yes.
He said Bowfinger. I love that movie.
Everybody loves that movie. It's a great movie.
Bowfinger.
We may have to do Bowfinger one day.
We definitely need you.
I mean, it's a comedy, but why not?
It's because it's the production of a movie, which is great.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean,
love
like,
that movie.
you know what? Bowfinger and Tropic Thunder are the only two in that level. They're making fun of production of a movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
There's nothing else
probably
that-
another one. There's probably some other ones.
Probably Ed Wood.
Yeah,
probably
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood.
But it seemed like there's some other things that they did like that too.
Yeah,
About making a movie.
those are hard to come by. Though,
but they're
you know?
older, like from the 70s and stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, but it's
But,
the
yeah.
70s. But, you know, Bowfinger's like
Yeah, that's
early 2000.
yeah, it's Eddie Murphy.
And
stuff.
so is Tropic Thunder is like, it's still in 2000.
Yeah, it's in 2000. They're newer movies.
I still love Tropic Thunder.
But here's another one. When I showed that,
Oh,
I showed that book. That one's cool. Here's another one I got that's amazing.
Hey, your camera went off.
Did my camera really go off?
Yeah. So now it's like I'm cut between our overlay.
It's okay.
Oh, that is
Yeah, so you're the only.
complicated.
So you're the only person that they can see. I mean, no loss.
You
all
just
right?
came back up.
I know because I pushed the button. It says
Oh,
camera.
you
apparently when I hit that deal, it must have.
because you got so excited.
I did. And you're about to get
Yes.
excited too.
Oh, I don't know. What? What is blueprints like of everything? Whoa, this is a big
Of
book.
everything and all the Star Wars stuff.
You couldn't show me this. We had to talk about stupid other stuff.
We got the Millennium Falcon, the AT-ATs, R2D2s, 3PO, everything that had blueprints.
Oh,
It's
Millennium
in
Falcon.
I mean, there's props. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing book.
Oh wow. Looks like the way that you're holding it, right? The book is quite heavy.
The book is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
It's a heavy book. It's a very big book. I mean, come on, look at this.
Man, where's this stuff gonna go when you leave the Earth, Shane?
I don't know. I should have had kids. I mean, I still got time.
You still have time. You will
I
always
mean,
have
I'm
time.
running out of time, but
Nope, you'll always have time.
hey, ladies, if there's any takers out there,
Yes.
please
Shane
send your
is,
application. Please
very
send your
available.
application. Well, I don't know. I'm very picky too, so I need to know your IQ.
There's some kind of prejudice. No, he's lying. He'll get whatever he can get, okay, at this point.
Thanks.
I mean, he was alive when this movie came out, okay? I was not. Fall behind.
Barely alive. I was barely alive.
Yeah, you're right.
Crap. You barely got here too. I mean, you just got here.
I just got
Matter of
here
fact, you
definitely.
got here when they came out. So
Yeah, I was like 2 years
we're
after.
not that.
okay?
We're not that old.
No, we're not
We're
that old. I
old,
wouldn't
but
say that.
We're not old at all.
Dude, I went to donate plasma. Oh, I tried to donate plasma, right? And
Is that you're too old?
no, the guy had to take me back to the office to tell me why I can't donate plasma at this point.
Oh, okay.
And so he asked me like, you look like you're still in your 20s. Like, oh, thank you.
Liar.
I'm like, is he just buttering me up because he told me like you can't donate plasma because you're not 5 years out of your last cancer treatment. I knew it too.
Oh,
You had
okay.
to be
Yeah,
5 years out.
I figured that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
It had
you had to
something
be
to say.
5 years out. So I'm like, dang it. I thought he didn't say anything on the website, so I
I
gave it a
know.
try
Well, let
anyway.
me put it this way: there's never been a dang it. Oh, I wish they'd take my blood. Good
It's,
luck trying to get that stuff from me.
oh, I donate blood. I
By the
used to
way, I
donate
want
blood
to
all the
point out
time.
for anybody watching this, we're actually a lot younger looking than we look on screen.
Well, you know what? It depends on
We
how
are
what
as
people
thin. I am as
think.
thin though as I appear, though. I mean, I know they said
Was that
that
a
old.
fat joke for me?
No, it wasn't.
I am as thin, but not lamb.
I'm sorry. We both are as thin as we look on screen. Let me tell you, if you were to meet us, you'd go, "Who is that, Jack Skeleton?" I'd be like, "No."
Just skeleton. Is that a ghost? It sounds like
Yes.
Big Bang Theory. Like, no, that looks like Stewart. Is that a ghost? No, that's Stewart in the back. Who's that White Perry fella?
Oh, Stuart. Well, at least they're not going, "Oh, that's Shane."
That's Shane. Oh,
Oh, by the
look pretty
way,
good.
well, that's because of the lighting. I mean, you look darker, but that's because of the lighting. I mean,
Oh, I'm darker because I've been outside.
all right.
Yeah, I tan really well.
I was
Don't be
trying to
jealous.
lie.
I had to turn on my lights so I don't look ass dark.
If I get in the sun, I just turn to ash. Like I get burnt.
You get burnt, right? Like my wife did.
Yeah, I turn red.
I tan really well. I don't even put on
Okay.
sunscreen.
I tan okay. I mean, I'm not that
I mean, we
bad.
live in Texas. The last, I don't know, 50 days has been over 100 degrees.
I think
And it
it's been
feels
that
like
way
110.
I think it's been that way in all of the United States.
Oh, not,
I think it's been
all
that
over
way
the
in all
world
of the
too, actually.
world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whole world
like,
too.
welcome to the whole world called Texas.
I listened to one of my podcasts, right, and then I see some stuff on Facebook. Texas is literally feels like, you know, that feeling that you get after you cook in the oven, right? You
Yeah.
open the oven up, you feel that heat. Imagine that all around you, and there's
Well, you
no
know, the
oven.
funny thing is, I don't know. The thing is, we're over here ragging. Oh, Texas is so hot. Texas is so hot, but it's actually hotter than Arizona.
Oh, it is hot in Arizona, yes.
But hey, we're gonna take credit for it. So on Arizona, I know y'all burning
No,
to death,
one of my coworkers,
but y'all are lizard people anyway, so you'll be all right.
one of my coworkers who works in California, right? And I asked her like, "Hey, what is the
Oh,
temperature there?"
sorry.
And she's like, "Oh, it's 87, lame. It's really hot. Like, it feels like 117 outside right now. I would take 87." With
Yeah, no.
87,
Well,
I could
what is
go
it?
run outside with my kids and play soccer. You
Well,
can't do
here-
that when it feels like
Here today,
117.
here today was like in the high 80s and low 90s. I was like,
Oh, because
so
it rained.
cold.
Did it rain yesterday for you?
no.
Oh,
What is that?
It rained a little bit on Thursday morning. And so
Wow.
it cooled our temperature to 97.
Wow, yeah, that is awesome.
It
I'm
is
so I'm so happy, y'all.
97.
So happy for y'all. I'm so happy for y'all because I'm still in 110.
It's like, how do you survive going outside? Do you still wear jeans to work?
Well, yeah.
How do you
think
do
I wanna-
it?
You look how pasty I am. I am not wearing shorts. Nobody has ever seen me in shorts in their life.
No, I
You
don't
would
think
have,
I have.
like I
ever.
said, you would have to marry me in order, and you still may not even see me in shorts.
I wear
light-
shorts until I cannot. Like until it's cold enough, where like I gotta put some pants on.
No, that's my brother. He'll wear shorts in the. It'll be snowing outside. He'll wear
Oh, I
shorts.
can't do it. Like I used
What's
to
with
be able
this
to
guy?
when I was
I'm
fat.
like, what's
but I
up with
can't do
this
it now.
guy? Yeah, no, no
I am
shorts.
actually
Sorry.
the coldest person in my own house right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's just the cancer treatment, and I have
It
like
probably
the
it would
nerves.
have to be.
Yeah, because
Probably is.
everybody else right has a warm body, and then my hands are super cold, so I
Yep.
put them on everyone. Like, okay, I'm gonna use Heather for a bit. I put my hands on her neck, then I put on my son and my other son, then my mother.
So basically, you're just a jerk.
Yes. They're asking me like, it's so hot outside. Oh, you have no idea. When I get super cold and I go outside in this Texas
But
weather,
here's
it
the
feels
neat
so
thing.
great.
Here's the neat thing about you being so cold now.
Yeah. What
When
is
they
it
go
mean?
outside, they can't wait till you touch them.
Oh,
They're
but
like,
at the same
"Bring
time,
your-"
I'm warming up too.
Exactly. They're like, bring
that
your ice
feels
cube
so
cans
good.
over here.
Like
Yeah, they're
sometimes
bring
in my
your ice
car,
cube cans
I
over
don't
here.
turn on the AC until like I'm halfway to my destination. Like
Wow, that's kind of
I
like a
could do it all the
superpower.
way to 12 minutes. Like
I know.
I pick up my twins at daycare, right? It's like a 25-minute ride. I could be in the car for 12 minutes without AC until like, okay, I'm getting kind of hot now. Now I'm getting warmed up.
Well, see, I just want to point it out for anybody who doesn't know, because that's because you have an electric car. I can run the AC all I want.
Oh no, not because of that, because I'm not cold. I'm not hot yet.
Yeah, but
I
you
did that
probably
with
don't
the
want to
van
use the
too.
AC that much. It uses your power.
Oh, I don't care. I blast it. If I'm hot, I blast that thing. I don't care. Electric car, gasoline, ICE. I don't care.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Nuclear. Do it all.
Well, I guess with that one, right? I guess we could end it right here, and then we'll
Might as
see.
well. I mean, come on. We don't want to make this longer than the movie.
Okay. We'll see everybody next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.